Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man's thought and the nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast, Season 2 out. Yeah, we black, blackity, black, blackity, black, blackity, black. Starting at black, brother.
That's right, bro. Season 2 in the building. Black History Month on deck. What's good, bro?
Season 2 in the building, starting off fresh. Black History Month, Black Anime Podcast number 202. We black, blackity, black, blackity, black.
Man, there's a lot of twos up in here.
Yeah, man. I guess two is the luckiest number right here.
It's the theme. It's gonna be the theme of this month. It's the theme.
It's gonna be the theme of this episode too.
Exactly.
Shit. So with that, we're gonna step into some vibe, guys. What is up with your week and weekend? What's up, my brother?
No, my weekend was chill. I relaxed. I took care of some adult stuff, chores, and all the other business BS that come with adult life. It was the end of the month, so you know how that go.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. Yeah, them bills done smacked me this morning. Yep.
Yeah, so I was adulting this weekend, and otherwise for this week, you know, it's been a pretty chill week. Generally, everything went smoothly. It was a generally quiet week, so I can't complain on that front.
Work too?
Work too.
Okay. Good.
So it was a nice, solid, quiet, but productive week.
Heard that. I want to say pretty much same on my fronts. The weekend, same on the adulting level and relaxing and what balances up. This week I found out about another new bill that's on the horizon, so that's definitely part of adulting life. That's looking over the horizon in March as well, so I'm gonna have to prepare for that. But yeah, but other than that, it's been calm for the most part. I guess it's calm before the storm, getting into Black History Month now.
Yeah.
Did January feel long to you?
It did. It didn't breeze by, and I don't know. Yeah, it I guess somewhere in these last 2 weeks, it felt like it stretched. I don't know.
To me, it's like I feel both. Like I feel like I woke up and like it was quickly in the middle of the month. But then I feel like it started to slow down probably.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks flew by, but those last 2 weeks
was a lot of people was like feeling like we were 6 months in and it was only January. So,
And I guess maybe it's because so much has come out in that short span of time.
True. We already got memes to fill a bucket in January.
Right, we just getting now to February. Today is the 1st.
Yep. So officially, once again, black, blackity, black, blackity, black. But since we chilling on vibe, guys, that's kind of the calm for now, and we gonna go straight into this off the cuff discussion. So getting into the off the cuff discussion, I just wanted to talk to you. This week, me and the captain, we did enjoy a classic film that came out of nowhere. Have you ever seen a film called Quest to Camelot?
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
It came out in like 97, 98, I think. And like it gives like a classic, like it's like something like I feel like DreamWorks would have dropped 2D animation. It feels something on the caliber of Disney, but it wasn't Disney, but it could be Disney inspired of the Renaissance and shit like that. But either way, we watched that and we was thinking to ourselves, and I want your opinion on it. What do you like in a classic animated film? Like any classic animated film that comes to mind, like a name and like why? Give me one reason why you like this certain classical animated.
Ooh, okay. So it's gotta have a good story. I typically like a feel-good story.
Yeah.
We gotta have a couple of vibes in there, so they gotta have a bumping soundtrack or a bumping chorus in there somewhere.
Oh, I felt that, yeah.
Yeah. And it just has to be fun.
Yeah.
So for me, I like one of my all-time favorites in terms of just animated films is probably Hercules.
Okay. Yep.
The music's had me on lock heavy.
True.
So
the hero, that's a fact.
Yeah, I can watch that anytime and just be good.
Respect that. Yeah. No doubt. That's definitely one of them for sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely. So I mean, how do you feel about the temptation in Disney? And I'm pretty sure they're building around doing a live action off of that. How do you feel about that?
Ooh, my only thing is, will they be able to capture that essence? Because that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, And out of all the ones that Disney have done so far, I don't know if they've put like entire hearts. Like some of them, like very rarely they're hits, but a lot of them are misses when it comes to this live action stuff.
Yeah, so especially because that movie in particular has so many good parts and they're
Yeah,
all kind of independent from each other. So
yeah.
just getting that to mesh and live action, whoever would take on that project, it would have to be a passion project.
Oh, definitely. People got to put in like their good foot in that.
Yeah, in order to get that right.
Hopefully they do. Mine on the same subject. I mean, like you said, it's got to have a slapping soundtrack. The story's got to be like I like a good underdog. Maybe somebody that's like out and down on their luck at the beginning and starts to work their way. And I like a nice finesse story and stuff like that. Somebody who can like work their way through and use their skills to come up. And one of my favorite ones. And shout outs to Kenya because I brought this to her attention. She never seen this. But one of my favorite ones back in the day, it never got that much love when it came out, but I love it, is Cats Don't Dance.
Oh,
Cats Don't
okay.
Dance was a phenomenal music and dancing and just about this slick ass cat that was just trying to come through and get his come up in the movie industry, going all around and stuff like that. And the famous movie star tried to like kick him out and stuff like that, but he finessed his way in. He found the starlet and tried to steal the show and stuff like that. Like he was a finesser, but like the music was A1 top 10. They was finessing in that movie. That Cats Don't Dance was iconic right there.
I've seen clips of that.
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I have seen clips of it.
Yeah, it's always good. That's definitely one I could recommend. And I remember the early days of just random showing on that on Cartoon Network that would just pass by, and I just watched that for sure.
No, that's what's up. That's a good pick too.
Definitely. So going into a little new segment that I wanted to kick up for Black History Month specifically. So I want to do a little thing called Black Characters in Animation Highlight. I want to do one Black character name that comes to mind, and one reason why this character you picked, or why they're cool, or anything just like that. And I'm gonna start it off with my pick, and it's gonna be Gerald from Hey Arnold. And I picked Gerald from Hey Arnold because he is a cool side and mellow slash a funny to match Arnold, but level headedness in situations and hilarious to a fault.
Wow, that's a good one. I was not ready for this question
Hey man,
because I
you
got
know,
I
it,
got I got a few in my head.
yeah, man, just one to
Ooh.
mind. We gonna do this every all of the month of February that we doing a podcast. So, hey man, jump in.
All right,
Hey,
I'll take Virgil from Static Shock on this one.
of course, but why now?
For me, I know seeing Virgil at the time when I saw him, it resonated with me because, like, yo, he's a regular dude. He's someone I can literally relate to. It's like, oh,
Yep.
okay. And seeing him on the TV screen is like, oh, that's me. Okay,
Oh, definitely.
I rocks with this. So for Virgil, it was more of a feeling,
Hmm.
just seeing somebody that looked like you at that time.
That's what's up. I mean, it's like what we say all the time. Representation matters, and I mean, Virgil, especially in what iteration you see him as, especially on the TV show, he's had a long lasting where his parent company and stuff like that with both DC and Milestones, they try to push him, but not push him enough. I'm still surprised we are living in 2024 and haven't seen like a live action attempt on that for real.
Well, like I said, I think that probably falls in that same category. It's got to be a passion project. It's
Yeah,
hard to
no,
say. Yeah,
it definitely. I 100% agree with that. But I'm so surprised with all the attempts on everything that they've tried. Like to be honest, the mere fact that we have a Blue Beetle before Static Shock is kind of shocking. No pun intended.
I guess my opinion is that I'd rather have them do it right
Yeah,
than to F it up and then have to try
yeah.
again.
Agreed. But then another consciousness of the effort is like, when is the time do you think, why is it taking so long? Because like when Static dropped, it was like 1v1 to like how Marvel was trying to gravitate to like the likeness of Spider-Man and stuff like that. And it feels like stuff like what we're getting with Miles Morales and stuff like what I'm thinking of in my head is like not even just live action. Why haven't we had a Static Shock movie animated?
That's a good question.
Like that seems like, and in theaters, like it's like this feels like it's missing the boat on a lot of things. Like, this is so late to the docket. People have been screaming for Static Shock for years. People remember Static Shock. It's like, what are we doing now?
Speaking of things taking too long, what is going on with Blade?
Yeah, that's still being worked on and worked out the kinks. I saw like a rumor floating around that they finally got an idea of a full script that has something to do with Lilith.
Oh boy.
I don't think they've started filming yet or anything like that, but I know friggin' Daredevil started filming this week.
Sure, this way we gonna see Blade until like 2029.
It's ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous about that movie. I just hope. Well, like you said, I hope it's worth the wait.
I hope so too. Yeah. Like I said, if it's good, I'll take the wait.
Yeah. If it pays off, if it hits the feeling that it feel, and the groundswell like Black Panther 1 when that dropped, then I mean it'd be worth the wait. But like and not only that, but it's not only gotta pay off the levels, it's got to be as good as the Wesley Snipes like earlier Blades. It's got to be as good like Blade 1, Blade 2 if we're waiting this long, man.
I would just say this: Marvel, Blade saved your ass. Yeah, do not F this up.
Remember that. I hope that, honestly, that's got to be the reason why it's taking this long, because Marvel needs to remember who saved their ass during the bankruptcy era.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of that stuff, on the same docket of the Nerd and Reboot stuff, let's go into Nerd and Reboot news. So real quick, the last couple of weeks we've saw a couple of things, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. So quick fire thoughts. Royal Rumble. It was this past Saturday and stuff like that. What was your thoughts?
I enjoyed the Women's Royal Rumble. The men's one was kind of meh. I was fine. Yeah, I was fine with both winners. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the surprises of the Women's Rumble. Yep. I like seeing Jade get her shine. I'm happy Naomi is back. Jordan and Grace put everybody on who didn't know already.
Definitely. Oh, she was embarrassing them at their own company. I was dying. Oh, she was great.
So yeah, that was great. Yeah, I said the men's side is like, once when Dry Drew came out like number 27 or something, and did Sammy, it's like that. I was like, nah, say it.
I mean, honestly, after this week, I don't know if I can call him Dry Drew no more. He been fun. But I want to say we was fucking right. That man was moving old and broke down. You want to know why? Because he was old and broke down.
Listen.
CM, AM, PM from the DMs is hurting, man.
I'm here for Petty Drew, and I'm happy that whenever Punk comes back, he has a storyline already ready to go. Because
that's only if he stays.
I don't see him going nowhere. Where he gonna go?
I don't know, New Japan. It's dependent. I think it's gonna be the funniest shit in the world if he decided, yeah, I'm out.
I'm like, he already broke down. He not trying to fuck with the New Japan style. That's even worse.
His body ain't CM Punk. Drew can do shit.
That's what I'm saying. Punk is good. I don't see Drew going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah. Realistically, no, because they've pushed him to like the stratosphere and shit like that. But just in case, putting an arm and a leg out there, just like the whole Okada shit. Once putting an arm and a leg out there, hey, you never know. Yeah. You never know.
All I know, if somebody was being paid like that, and I got injured like Drew was doing Punk, I would have to see you. You the first person I would see when I come back.
Bro, son. When you think of the concept of the mere fact of the shit that people allow you to do, like Punk got mad over some workers' right promo. Imagine if somebody even accidentally hurt me, ruined my dreams, and then started putting on dreams and nightmares. Talk about I prayed for this shit. Drop an Instagram video. Like, bro, this shit don't feel like a work. No, this shit don't feel like it's part of the shit that I agreed to. I'm gonna have to see you in your gym.
Man, this shit probably making Seth Rollins' day, boy. He's like, I'm injured too, but man, listen.
Shit, you don't see what? You don't see Jinder Mahal dropping videos on shit.
And like I said, I'm here for the petty, so I'm gonna let that play out, and I'm gonna play out.
Player hater of 2024. I'm loving it.
Right, it's gonna be lit because Survivor Series because he gonna get his link back.
We'll see if he's ready by it. Right. But nonetheless. But yeah, that's the Rumble thoughts. All right, next on the docket we got the so we saw the movie The Book of Clarence. What's your thoughts on that?
Yo, honestly, I was going in and I thought it was going to be I wasn't sure where they were going with it because I didn't watch any previews or anything like that. But honestly, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good movie. I was surprised.
Yeah, honestly, all right. So for me, I'ma say I enjoyed it like thoroughly, but it's still that one's like when we got up the when we finished the movie. The reason I was sitting down, I was trying to reflect on that movie for like so long and try to think in general what I thought, because like it did such sharp pivots and turns, and I saw exactly like what they was talking about with the little moments about like police brutality and stuff like that.
Hmm?
And the jokes were funny. Like they had like some genuine funny moments and some genuine shocking and surprising moments, like that one cameo of that person in the movie that I didn't even fucking expect at all. But like the deviation of like the deepness that they started doing, and like some of the scenes that was trying to like overtake what happened in the story overall,
Hmm.
caught me so fucking off guard. And I sat there, and there were some moments where I feel like I'm like, am I supposed to be laughing right now through this, or like what's going on? So it's kind of a double edged sword of doing it that made me feel like I don't know how to truly talk about this or how to express my feelings.
Yeah, I guess that's what helped me going into it with no background and no expectations at all. So when I went into it, I just watched it for what it was. It had moments like you were saying that I was like, okay.
Definitely. You could go from like everybody in the crowd laughing or being some kind of upset about it, or like instantly everybody just being quiet because it's so like, what the fuck am I seeing right now?
Yeah, it's like at certain points you didn't know how to react.
Exactly.
It's like, is this a serious moment? Is this a funny moment? Is it
Well,
somewhere in between? It's like,
are they gonna play it out to laughs? Like, because I thought I was coming in seeing at least like the trailer and stuff like that. I thought I was coming in for like straight up like full on satire.
Okay. And yeah, it definitely wasn't full on satire. It definitely had some moments where I was like, wow.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure exactly how that was gonna flow off. But yeah, all right. So definitely interesting. Definitely would recommend everybody to go see it if they can to make their own opinions on it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next on the docket, yo, son, I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. When Street Fighter 6 dropped last year, and I thought they was innovating and changing the fighting game landscape and stuff like that. And then ever since it dropped, and then the DLC and the arguments about like payment and everything that's been going on with the game has been iffy. And then right after that, Mortal Kombat 1 dropped, and it was met with a whole bunch of controversy. Like after that, like a lot of people was to fuck with the game and shit like that. But man, Tekken picked the fucking time to drop. Cause boy, the second that shit dropped, bro, we talking about this shit is looking like fighting game of the year, and the game and the fucking year just started. Tekken 8 has blown up so fucking well. Character customization, story mode, the replay value, everything is going up. Tournaments going up, everything. Tekken 8 is looking like fighting game of the year for sure. Like that shit is already taking it by strides and by miles. They doing something amazing, and all the reviews and everything coming out, everything blowing up. This is by far one of the best Tekken games or one of the best fighting games of a long time. It seems so. I mean, I didn't at first when I saw the grand scale of how Street Fighter was doing their shit. I was wondering how Tekken was going to watch the landscape. They took everything they saw out there and they said, "Bet we got that." So shout outs to Harada-san because Tekken 8 is blowing up right now.
Now that's what's up. Listen, it's for the fighting games, peeps, they eating good.
Oh, big time. Taking out here in these streets, customization going crazy. You pretty much put anybody in the fucking game, and just for laughs, it looked like everybody's turning everybody into fucking Drake. You can give everybody the boofy fade, the beard, and a tan, and it's turned into Drake gone wild in Tekken. Nothing was the same because this shit funny.
If the customization is that wild, they're going to have a field day with their game.
Bro,
the memes, the crap. I can see all that coming. If the customization is like that, if it's like on that 2K level of customization, then they gonna have fun with it.
Top quality customization. I've seen everything out the docket, man. I've seen anime represented. I've seen other fighting games represented. I've seen like these customizations is all point. I saw fucking LeBron versus Abraham Lincoln in the game.
Yeah.
Like this shit crazy, man. Crazy. This shit crazy. But now, shout out to good.
No, like fighting fans are eating good.
Definitely for sure. And all the big fighting game tournaments dropping from Evo to DreamCon to everything all around. That shit eating well. Tekken will be all over the place. So yeah. So moving on. The next news on the docket. Last Sunday we got speaking of fighting games and fighting game heads eating well, we got another Dragon Ball info dump. So this past Sunday was the Dragon Ball, I think, big game reveal and stuff like that and information. So they put a little trailer for the upcoming Dragon Ball Daima anime coming up. We see a trailer, or we see a little bit more of whatever they want to call for Goku. I don't know if it's gonna be called Kid Goku or whatever, but the wish made Goku turn into a childlike body shape or something like that. But what's coming out of Daima is looking like good animation. It looks like it's a merging of like Dragon Ball Z and kind of Dragon Ball, with like nice updated animation with a kind of story and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Goku used the power pole and whatever. So we're gonna see how that goes. It looks like everybody's might gets like a small character trailer and stuff like that. So we see what's going on with that. But the big information we got is aka Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, aka Sparking Zero that we got. And the game looks phenomenal. Fights is gonna look crispy. They already revealed the first couple characters. And if you're a fan of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, we had Goku regular, Goku mid with the combos. They bringing back Goku mid. Like, it's gonna be mad variations of multiple characters. It's looking like a big ass roster and shit like that, and combos galore and shit like that. So they, once again, fighting game heads is eating well.
Nice, bro.
Definitely,
That's what's
definitely.
up.
Yep. And speaking of people in animation and stuff like that, co-host, we getting I sent you the message, but we getting an Among Us animated series.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I result this to you because you know the game and you know the stuff way more. So how do you overall, like, what's thoughts and what's rolling on here? What you think they could do with the show?
They can go over the top comedy with it. I don't think you can't go serious with Among Us. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to aim. When I saw the name, I just thought comedy.
Yeah, they're gonna slapstick comedy with it. It'll work.
Yeah.
Talk about maybe like somewhere between Animaniacs and let's see. Just hard one. Like, I would just say a little below Animaniacs. Nothing too crazy, but
yeah. Hey,
anyway.
if it rocks, it rocks.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we'll see further on. I mean, maybe we'll get a more inference on it when they drop a trailer or something.
But that's interesting for them to do that.
Yeah. All right. So next on the docket, yesterday they announced out of nowhere that they about to drop. The Sonic team these last couple of years have been fucking working, and it looks like we getting another game coming out this fall. They dropping Sonic Generations, which includes Shadow. Which from the trailer, it looks like an amalgamation of like different parts of like Shadow's main story in the game. Because I'm seeing like stuff from Sonic Adventure 2. I'm seeing stuff from like the Shadow standalone game. I'm seeing stuff all come together, and it looked big hype in the new generation kind of style in the new 3D, and it's looking like a winner so far. So hopefully, so far so good, and they gonna pack in that money come around fall.
Is that what it's called? Sonic Generations?
Yeah, Sonic X Shadow Generation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's under the Sonic Generations brand because you'll hop between modern Sonic and classic Sonic, and then Shadow's just there. Everybody's joking about it because it looks like they introduced Shadow like this is part of like Super Smash Brothers, because he just pops up in the middle of the trailer like, oh, this is my game now.
Okay, nah, I'm good with it. I was just making sure. Like, I was like, I know we've been down that road originally, and I was just like, is this a sequel or is this a okay?
It's kind of like a third sequel towards the Generations, because they did like something else with Generations, but it's taking the Generations brand and just kind of adding Shadow to it, because you see, like, I seen motherfuckers I ain't seen in forever. Like, I ain't seen the Bio Lizard since Sonic Adventure 2, and they bring it back Bio Lizard. I was like, bro, let's go.
Okay, yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, big time. And that shit gonna be on the Switch. So, hello, I'm putting that shit right back on that shit.
Nice.
Yep. So, next on the docket, I wanted to talk about this because, boy, I want to say, Elmo been through a week. So, the beginning of the week started off. Elmo wanted to ask people, man, how y'all doing today? And boy, did people come correct. They said, Elmo, we sick, we tired, We sick and we tired. We sick and we motherfucking tired of everything, Elmo. And boy, did we trauma dump the hell out of Elmo. We trauma dumped the hell out of Elmo for one entire day. That by the next day, the Sesame Street force was coming out in full fledged. I'm talking about they was coming in with tweets, they was coming in with links, they was coming in with hashtag mental health importance. They was doing everything on the Sesame Street lane to let y'all know that y'all can talk to somebody because they said, boy, y'all got problems. And Elmo said, shit, I need some fucking help.
Yo. Woo!
All over social media and specifically Twitter, man. They was eating Elmo up with all them stresses and shit. And Elmo was like, Elmo is afraid.
Listen, Elmo been through some stuff too.
Yeah, Elmo. Well, as of today, as of fucking the news show today, we saw fucking Larry David show up and fucking assault Elmo. So even Elmo going through it even heavier this week. Like, Elmo, what the fuck? In front of his own deadbeat ass daddy.
Oh, yeah, his daddy got me hot.
This nigga watched his son get iron clawed. What's good, bro?
Man, I would have been on Larry like, what? They gonna drag me off set. Nah, we not about to do that.
Talk about putting your whole hand on my son. What you doing? Big. Elmo's still 3 for the last 30 years. Like, what's going on? Mink.
Says, kid, you had to drag me off set. I'm throwing the chair. Make sure I can get Larry one guitar. Listen.
Man, throw the chair like that one scene in Boondocks, man. Woo!
Yep.
Shit. Elmo going through it, trying to hold in all that information we was giving him, and Larry David then abused them and shit like that. Like, what's going on, man? What's going on?
It's not been a good week for Elmo.
Not at all. I don't get it. I don't get it. But speaking of that, you know who else is having a strange week this week?
Ooh, let us in.
Well, so a new trailer dropped on the live-action Avatar series, and boy, have they been in the controversy. Okay, so the creators have been nonstop talking because they're on media tour and media mode because by the end of the week, by the end of the month, the live-action Avatar drop, and boy, so there's about 3 pieces of information, and 2 of it I just found out probably like an hour before we did the podcast, but like. The hottest one starting off from like the beginning of the week. So they was talking about Sokka in the live action. They said they're removing the misogyny of his character. Like they don't think that stands in today's time, and they're removing the misogynistic elements of the beginning parts of his character. Now, I just want to us being people who've watched the series and stuff like that, and knowing early Sokka, how do you feel about that off rip? Before I tell you the other information, how do you feel about that?
Oh, okay, you talking about Sokka? Okay, because I was like, Aang is not misogynistic in any type of way. I was confused for a second.
So in context, the early parts of Sokka was when he was the only man in his tribe full of women being raised by women because all the men was out at the war during the Fire Nation takeover and stuff like that. So he was the only one running things. But like at the same time, he put it upon himself being the only man that he has to be like kind of the protector. And it kind of came out as misogynistic as he kept belittling his sister and stuff like that. And it came out big during his time with the Kyoshi Warriors and stuff like that, which his whole kind of demeanor changed because they kind of whipped his ass and taught him, it's best to balance your way in, fight like a girl and whatnot and stuff like that. And him meeting Suki was kind of a big development into his character, but they kind of like stopped at that point, and then he kind of changed his outlook going forward and stuff like that. Yeah, so how do you feel about kind of the straight up removal of kind of this part in his character?
I don't like it only for the fact that it messes with his character development. He had to be here in order to get here as his character. Yeah. So like otherwise the other parts of his character don't make sense unless you start here. You have to reference it at some point and say, hey, yeah, this is how I was, and I grew. And this is how I am now. And if you're gonna start here, it just messes with the character.
Yeah, I've heard some arguments for and against it. Like the people who are for it are saying that it was only a small part of his character, and maybe they'll just spend time, coming at it from a different direction and replacing it. I would have to see what exactly they do to make up for it, because without knowledge, and the knowledge I know from his growth in the show, is good, but like if they put something in the live action that shows it in a better light, that it's not needed in general, because like from the trailer perspective, he's still meeting with Suki and the Kyoshi Warriors and stuff like that. And what it seems like they're having a similar like stuff as the misogyny story. So I'm like, how do you write that around? Not how is that not the story of him doing with Suki and stuff like that? So I'm curious how that comes together.
Yeah, I'm curious about that now too, because I'm like, on the one hand, I understand what they're saying about the modern time, but if you're replicating this character,
Yeah,
and this was this character's journey,
yeah,
take
especially early on and stuff like that. Like they're only doing book one in this season one of the live action, so it's like if they remove that part, I'm curious what is Sokka's late like.
yeah, because that removes a lot of him.
Yeah, in that book one part, especially even like Sokka's meeting with, because I'm thinking of that misogynistic element going into towards like the end of book one. Because remember the water bending master that didn't want to teach Katara because she was a woman too,
Mm-hmm.
like, and he was like also Princess's Yue's protecting and stuff like that, and he didn't like it goes into. I'm thinking about it in full. I wonder how that leads off to how they're gonna deal with the Yue situation, because Yue, the way how they was thinking of Yue, they was thinking of she needed to be protected and stuff like that and defended, and because of the change in Sokka, he saw her a bit differently. So I'm wondering how that's gonna go into effect with that as well.
And that's why when you brought it up, I wasn't just thinking of soccer. I was thinking about overall
Yeah.
everything in that landscape. If we're gonna take this out, that means you have to move around other parts. And I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
how do you do that without messing up these character arcs.
Also, not even just Sokka. If they're removing the misogyny from Sokka, do they also remove the misogyny from the master as well? So
Exactly.
that'll change a big part of Katara learning the elements and actually proving to this guy that it should be a change. Huh.
I'm saying it gets messy.
All right, man. It's definitely one of those things that we'll definitely have to look on and see how that is. But that's not even the only thing. So now, as of an hour, apparently these creators just keep on talking and letting it fly about what they're doing with the information and stuff like that. So like some changes here and there have been interesting. They are moving. So with hindsight being in full of like what they know of all the books, they're changing the date of Sozin's comet to make the Netflix series feel like a more that they have more of a reason to move forward. Like they want to give Sozin Comet is coming faster because they want to give Aang some more urgency. But with that urgency, they also announced that they're cutting like fun bits of Aang's character. They're cutting things like him going after the koi fish, like having fun adventures. You're not gonna see more of Aang trying to have fun times. They're wanting more of a serious Aang because the comet is coming in faster, so that leaves them with a deadline. So Aang has to move faster. Now, how do you feel about that? That they're cutting out fun parts about Aang because they want to leave it more of a serious situation.
I don't like it only in the fact that Aang is not one that is always serious all the time.
Yeah,
That's part of his character quirk. He's not super serious.
I'm
He
thinking
can't.
of it.
He can be at times and when he needs to be. But that fun part of Aang is part of his character.
Yeah, which is like, huh? That's another huh. But I mean, the Sozin. If I had that without the context of the Sozin's comment, how they're putting a level of urgency in the whole shit, like I kind of understand why he might not. Like we didn't know about the Sozin's comment thing, and it was a big reveal towards probably like the mixture of like season 2 and stuff like that, book 2 and stuff. And that's when they realized they had to kind of rush into their stuff, and that leaves the that makes sense why like all those earlier times where Aang wanted to have fun and stuff like that, and that develops his childlike personality and his character that you like and stuff like that. But like now introducing the Sozin Comet shit early, you're kind of like, all right, but do we have time to do this when you know a big war is gonna come in and Fire Nation's about to wild out? Like, is it
Yeah,
responsible on you to do that? So maybe that's kind of where they want to take it.
probably, but then you lose the oh shit moment.
True. Yeah, you lose the oh shit moment for book 2, which once again that means they have to collaborate and figure out how they're gonna fix up losing that big surprise. And then everything also feels like okay. Now I'm curious how they're gonna do the series in a rush, because that also feels like everything has to be a rush.
That's one of the things that annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, because that look what happened to Yu Yu Hakusho when we had
Yes, I'm like, stop rushing things.
And that was Netflix too. So
like, if you know you got this expansive story, you can break it up into parts.
Yeah,
you don't have to do everything at once.
I mean, that's Netflix. Netflix is only gonna pay you and only gonna do as much as so many episodes and stuff like that. Like this stuff doesn't feel. And from the trailer, it's not gonna be the movie that's unheard of levels of bad. But we want, if we waiting and seeing the hype and all this quality for it, this shit better be good.
Yeah. I'm fine with condensing where you can.
Yeah, but don't lose the characters.
Yeah. Don't lose the essence of their characters, your setting, your story, your plot.
Yeah, like one of the plus they said that's gonna be added in is gonna be, we're gonna see the Fire Nation assault on the Airbender. So we're pretty much gonna see the genocide of the Airbender.
And like what you have to show, they got a big part. It's like that part was major.
Yeah. So we'll see the actual visual stuff of that at least. But one of the red flags they said in their quotes of their conversation is they know that that Avatar: The Last Airbender is skewed towards kids, but like it has adult meaning and conversation and stuff like that. But they also said they know that they're not playing towards a certain audience, and they put it in the leagues of Game of Thrones, and that worries.
Oh boy.
That worries me, because we always got to remember the creators dropped out of this for a reason, and I'm always wondering what was the reason. And now slowly, as they continue to talk and interview about this stuff, I'm starting to understand what the fuck is going on, because they're starting to say stuff that's all coming red flags to me.
If they wanted to go that route, they should have done Korra, because Korra is more geared towards that.
Yeah.
If they want to go that Game of Thrones serious route, you take Korra, because Korra has that mature story.
And you know what makes even better sense with that? Korra is always a property that you can touch on that's not as beloved as the Avatar series, where people could see where you could tweak these parts and work it. So honestly, it would have been better with Korra. Why didn't they start with Korra?
Yeah, in regards to that, it's not that. So people are going to be polarized on Korra. I don't know why. I enjoyed Korra.
What was our first episode name?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no, Korra went through some stuff. They got Amon there. So if you wanted to go that Game of Thrones route, it would have been perfect for that scenario.
And
if you were going to do that.
And it's also, I feel like it's better with the amount of episodes that Korra had. It's better when you can condense that stuff, because they didn't have as many episodes as like Avatar. Avatar had space to move and grow and see fun sides and fun episodes and stuff, and people damn well enjoyed all them episodes except for like the one that was the Divide episode. But other than that, everybody enjoyed all those like fun bits and episodes and stuff like that. So you telling me they're removing all that shit? You already got people pissed.
Yeah, I think they picked the wrong show if they were going to go for that route.
Honestly, the more we talk about it, I think you're right. They should have probably taken a stab at Korra,
because the stuff that you're describing, Korra has that.
Yeah,
it's in her story.
They're describing.
Yeah.
Shit. What was it? They're also talking. So two other things right before I finish on the docket with this. They also are saying that. So they said the reason why Azula's gonna be in. They got Azula in this is they found a way to make Azula show up earlier in the show, which I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what they want to do with Azula's character. The images so far have showed her like practicing her archery and stuff like that. If they find a way to work it without belittling Commander Zhao and his presence in that stuff earlier on, I could go with it. I think the reveal of her at the end of season 2 was amazing and stuff like that. Also, in all the promotional videos, nobody has seen her blue flames. So I don't know how that's rocking. That was kind of her iconic blue flames, but I don't like. They got to make sure that shit's on point and stuff. So we'll see what they're working with that. And last bit, which confused me, and I gotta watch the series for what the hell they mean by this. But they're saying Katara is also dealing with gender stuff. What do they mean? They're like, it's not it, and they're not saying
no.
They're not saying it's like attached to like the misogyny thing. They said she's dealing with gender stuff, and I don't know what that means.
It sounds like they're trying to turn Avatar into Korra, and I'm like, why? Just use Korra.
I'm just like, there's nothing that makes me think, what the fuck do they mean about that? Katara is dealing with gender stuff. Gender stuff as what? Like, I don't like it. It's not attached to misogyny. So like, what is she? Is she struggling to be a woman? I don't.
No,
Wasn't the argument at one point the creator said they dropped out because they said since they're Netflix, they wanted to try and, since they aged up the kids, they wanted to put in more sexual elements or something like that?
Wow.
I don't know how to feel about that. If that's true, if that shit comes up, I don't know how to feel with that at all. I didn't need deliberate sexual stuff in at least the last Airbender, man. That just didn't feel like the place for that at all.
It's like the more and more I'm hearing about this, the more you're explaining this.
Yeah, this is from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The more they're saying, I'm like, so why didn't you guys just do Korra? I don't understand, because all of these elements that they're talking about, they're over there.
Yeah, honestly, you got me there. Like, the second you brought this up, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this all makes sense, and it's like it's more where people could attach themselves to a chance with Korra more than you taking on Aang. That's more beloved.
Yeah, I'm like, you talk about the gender identity, Korra got you covered. You want to talk about the sexual stuff, you can talk about Toph all day. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, I'm like, it's.
Yeah, you could talk about so much with Korra. Fucking police brutality. I mean, like,
exactly.
Man, shit. I don't. All right, we'll just have to see at the end of the month if we doing that episode, sure. So like we'll see with that. But I wanted to save that reboot and nerd news for last, because that one's strong. That one part about Sokka was already throwing the fandom for a loop this entire week, and then they dropped the other two news about Katara and Aang. And I feel like they're gonna drop more news about Zuko and shit. Yo, people was dropping parodies saying, "Oh, it's 2024. We not sure if Fire Lord Ozai should be seen abusing his child anymore." I'm like, so how did Zuko get his fucking scar? Don't tell me it was an accident.
For me, it just sounds like, hearing all of this, it sounds like they're trying to shoehorn stuff into Avatar that doesn't need to be.
And the second we watched that Yu Yu Hakusho, and it dawned on me that they was doing a Dark Tournament in about 2 episodes, man, that shit shattered the entire thing for me. So I don't know what the fuck they wanna go messing around with people's personalities and characters and making this shit weird. But Netflix, we watching you, man. We watching you.
Yeah, we're watching, because Josh, you could have picked the other show and done a much better one-to-one with it.
Yeah. But on that note, it's time to get in to the main events. Our first main event segment of season 2. We going blackety black. We back on the comfy couch, Black Edition. We talking about My Brother and Me, a classic, and we doing episode official 1 and 2. But before that, let me get into some important Black fact history lessons. Let's get it.
All right, take us to it.
All right, so this is a Black American sitcom aired on Nickelodeon. And by fact, this is Nickelodeon's first predominantly Black cast. But sadly, it only lasted for 1 season and 13 episodes, running from about October of 94 to January of 95. This show was canceled due to a big falling out between producer and creator on vision for the show. But it was nominated for an NAACP award for Outstanding Youth in a Children's Show in both 96 and 97. Currently streaming on Prime for a price, and Apple TV and a couple other places and stuff. You'll find it all around. Basically boiled down to family living, specifically of 2 brothers growing up in North Carolina who experiences the highs and lows of life.
Yeah, that's good rundown, bro. Good rundown.
Yep. So we can step into episode 1 officially, and this came from a bunch of research that we had to do. Partners.
Yeah. So, the episode starts with our classic Nickelodeon logo.
Yep.
And then we get our intro to Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Right, and then we hear Alfie in the background. He's looking for his jacket.
Yep.
Mind you, Didi has it on, and then Didi quickly takes it off and throws it on his bed.
Didi said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he's like, Alfie, it's on your bed. And then here comes Alfie. He comes out. He's like, oh, how did I miss that?
Damn, what the hell?
Right?
I swear I ain't seen it from him before.
Right, so then Alfie and Didi, having some dialogue, just chilling. Like, she's like, hurry up. Didi's like, hurry up, we gotta go. We're gonna be late for school. And Didi like, I don't care. He's like, but Mom cares. So then I do care.
Yep. He said, I ain't trying to get my ass in trouble. He know black moms.
Yep. And I'm just like, yo. So enjoying some nice little dialogue. And Didi's being the perfect annoying little brother. Love it.
Yep. Didi out here talking about his friends Harry and Darnell doing a science project.
Yep. And then he's like, oh, I got stuck with such and such. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they press each other. Him and Alfie press each other about the science project. He was talking about his time, hanging with Goop.
Yo, yeah, for real.
They talking about the project they had in the third grade when they was in third grade and how good it was when they made the solar system out of candy.
Yeah, right. And then at this point, at some point we get the intro, which is a little bop. I like the intro.
Yeah, I said the intro is a nice jazzy beat and stuff like that. And it's a nice little bop. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is nice and cool. But then, like, after I let the next couple of episodes, the next couple of days it stew, that shit became an earworm. It got stuck in my head.
No, it's been stuck in my head for a while.
I was like, do. I was like, oh shit.
Yep. As soon as I heard it back the first time, I was like, oh, let's go.
Shit.
And it's like, man, listen, it's so 90s. That's what I say.
It's so 90s, and you already know, like, the definitely, like, people in them jazz, it's gonna hit it up. It's gonna do it right.
Yeah, for real. Just like, whoo. I'm like, I enjoy it. I did the vibe to it. Honestly, I played it back a couple times.
Yep.
Just to listen to it. Actually, after we get through the whole intro, next thing come out, we see Donnell, Didi, and Harry playing some Sega Genesis. Boy, this brought it back.
Oh yeah, being over with the friends, playing the game system together on one TV, watching.
Woo, this brought it back, bro. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how much this brought it back.
Yeah. But in the midst of them playing the games, we find out that like Harry and Darnell they got paired together, but then that left Didi out. So he said he forced to team up with a girl in the class.
Yeah, Janae.
Yeah.
And he ain't feeling it at all. I'm just over here cracking up.
No, it's the ignorance of the youth, of the very, very young.
And of course Harry Darnell he's like, yeah, she like you, right? And he tried to play it off. He's like, nah. And they was on him. They was like, yeah, you like? She's like, hi, Didi. I was like, ah.
Man, not only were they on him, yo, fucking Darnell was extra with it. He said, nah, you ain't hanging with that girl, right?
Right.
Darnell was feeling hurt about that shit. I feel like Loki and said, he said it should have been me.
Yeah, but they was like, and
the way he was acting,
Didi was there trying to deny. He was like, no, this is not the game.
Facts.
Like, come on, bro.
Harry and Darnell was talking about they was going to do a volcano, and they worried about Didi doing something. They was like, make sure Janae don't make you do some girl stuff.
And she's like, listen, if you do some girl stuff, listen. They was having a field day with it. I'm sorry, they weren't.
They was there pressing homie about it.
And he was like, man, listen. He's like, I'll be stuck with this girl.
They said, well, if it's too girly, then I mean, we could bust the volcano and mess it all up. So we mess it up,
right? They're like, we got you, bro. We got you. He's like, nah. He's like, nah. He's like, nah. He's like,
So as they head out, we cut to the kitchen, and there's our intro to Melanie, their older sister, and she's on the phone. And boy, she was giving classic meme. She was like, "You with who?"
On the cordless, bro.
Man, that shit crazy. She was getting all the tea, and she was talking all that crazy shit until Ma pulled up, and then she was like, "Yeah, we talking that algebra."
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay.
She said that y equals m. She said that y equals mx plus b.
Yeah, she was like, I was just cracking up,
clown and stuff like that. It's the secret conversation you got to keep on the phone. The stuff that's connected to the kitchen. You ain't allowed to take that shit to the room.
Listen, seeing the cordless phone, I was like, ha ha ha. I was like, seeing the cordless phone was like, wow.
Facts.
So I'm just like, uh-huh.
Yeah. So in the middle of all that, Didi comes into the room and he explains his experiments and he explains his struggles to his mom and Melanie about having to work with a girl.
And Mom and Melanie ain't trying to hear it.
Obviously, because they're girls.
Right. The first thing, what had me cracking up was when Nonell and Harry was like, they was talking about his mom. He's like, Mom's not a girl. He's like, they're moms. I was like, yeah.
Mom. That's that youthful ignorance, man. Mom's a mom.
She's not a girl. She's a mom.
Yeah, mom's just a mom, man. We just trying to do it out here like that and stuff, man.
Yeah, so that was hilarious. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. So after he chats with his mom and his sister for a while, we smash cut to the friends all hanging out, and this is when they was playing basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they was playing basketball, shoot some hoops, and then out of nowhere, Alfie and Goop show up, and boy, let's talk about Goop and his nature to just shit all over Didi.
Yo, man, the way he treats Didi, woo, boy.
Goop be on Didi's ass all the time, son. He hate that little boy. He be roasting him every chance he get.
Every chance he get, bro. I'm like, damn, what did he do to you?
Yeah, he was born. That's what he did to him.
Damn, I'm like, Alfie will give him as much as you do.
Yeah, shit. He jealous because he Alfie bro. He want to be Alfie bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, every chance Goop gets, son, he is not missing.
Goop, every chance he gets, whether Didi just pull up just to be nice or something like that, like Goop just be on that ass.
Yeah, Goop like Didi on site.
Yep.
On site, bro. On site.
Yep. So in the midst of the crew getting broken up and stuff like that, and they chatting off to the side to ignore Alfie and Goop shenanigans and stuff like that, we see Janae pull up. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Hi, Didi." And the boys weren't having it. They was clowning him.
Yeah, they was like, yeah, mocking him like, "Hi, Didi." Like,
Janae was like, "Yo, son." So Janae's like, "I'm gonna pull up to the house. Me and Mom's coming through tonight."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, yo, you got a girlfriend? Oh shit."
Damn, they was like, "I better not be catch you doing that girl shit."
Right? He's like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, my mom and her mom's a friend, so she's just coming over. We just gonna do the science project." That's exactly the look they gave.
They said, "Come on, son. Come on, son."
So like, Cap.
Facts.
It was like, Cap, bro. Cap.
Facts. So after the friends finished clowning, we cut to the house, and we cut to Didi and Janae working on their solar system project.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, man, son, the Mac-tastic is trying to work its magic because
yes, she is. Listen,
because Jay knew what she wanted.
Yeah,
and as Didi tried to maneuver and move his way and stuff like that, and try to get some distance in between them, fucking Melanie comes in and she encourages Janae to get what she looking for. She trying to pursue the brother.
Yeah, and she's talking to Melody, and Melody's like, "Nah, they all like that because we smarter than them." And I'm like, she's like, "Oh, I bet."
Yeah, so she gives them the alone time, so they have the alone time. And boy, every time she tries to canoodle and snuggle up to Didi, Didi face wasn't having it. That shit had me dying when he got to the
I was weak
out and he was smushed and he couldn't do nothing, and he was like, "The fuck."
Yeah, and then here comes his pops. "Oh, look at your little girlfriend."
Pops was not fucking helping, son.
Nope.
Pops was a big problem, son. Pops was like, "Oh, it's you and your little girlfriend out here. Look at y'all looking so cute." And he was like, "Pops, what the fuck?" This was the staple of the show where they would have times where we would hear them talking in their mind out loud. And it was our first inference with Didi and shit like that. He was like, "Dad, what the fuck?"
Listen, Pops was teen girlfriend. He was here for it.
Oh yeah, of course, a father would love to see his son getting canoodled up and see that he get girls.
Yeah, so Pops was happy. Didi not so much.
Didi was struggling, man. He was like, "Help me, nigga."
Yep.
Shit. So Didi caught a break when Janae's mother said, "Oh shit, I'm ready to go," and she was like, "All right, mama, I'm ready to go. All right."
Yeah, and then she's like, "Dingo Didi, bye, Dingo Janae, bye, Didi," and then
Bro, nah, son. When she was saying bye, Didi, and the mom said, "Yo, you gotta tell her bye." The way how this nigga brushed her off, nah, bro. If he was in a serious household and your mom saw that, she would have slapped you upside the head quickly because you out here disrespecting people in somebody's house.
yeah, he like bye, he basically like bye. I'm like, yeah.
He said bye and brushed the hand off like he said, "Move, bitch."
Yo, I was just like, wow.
I was like, the disrespect, man, the disrespect.
She would have came in my head.
Nah, big time, big time. That shit would have been a whole mess, man. That
Yeah.
shit crazy. But that shit had me dying though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it did because the level of he's like, get away from me.
Yeah, in fact, he was like, I don't got none of them cooties.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I don't want nothing. I don't want no parts.
Shit. So
But
after
you
that, oh, facts. So we cut to the. So after that scene, we cut to the school, and and we got the double goons, Alfie and Goop, messing with the kids again.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, you know, they just messing around, you know. And then, oh boy.
Yeah, and then Goo and Alfie go off to the side because Goo owe Alfie some money, and they step off to the side, and then that's when we get Janae pulling up on Didi.
Yeah, and she's like, Didi, I got a secret for you.
Oh boy, now this scene right here brought me straight back to kindergarten.
Yep, and she just hits him right with a kiss on the cheek.
Yep, and right in front of the boys too.
Yep, and then she just hit her.
Boys was going off like, oh.
Yeah, then her and her friends go off giggling.
Man, they don't know the evil lady erupted in the group, man. Didi was like, nah, I swear to God, it wasn't me. He tried to wipe that shit off, and these niggas was like, no, he trying to rub that shit in.
Yo, Donnie had me weak.
I was like, yo, y'all justifying jealousy is crazy.
He's like, you're not rubbing it off, you're rubbing it in.
That's wild. Like, that is so wild.
Yo, I was crying.
They was on his ass. They was like, "No, you like that shit. You like that shit. I knew you like that shit. You like girls, don't you? Yeah. No. You like girls."
He's like, listen, you better not tell nobody about this.
Yeah, nobody, no rumors, bro. If
nobody,
between us, yo, I swear.
Like, oh my mama, y'all better not tell nobody nothing.
Facts, because they played a blackmail game. They got that shit on him, but then he was like, nah, I got evidence on you. The shit you did with the teacher, I know about that shit too.
Right? Yeah, because they was, woo, boy, they had me.
They had it on the bumper.
Right? And so he's like, we boys, we not gonna say nothing.
Yep,
we not gonna say nothing.
Facts. So we flip cut straight back into the cafeteria, and boy, this must be a characterization on Darnell because that nigga, he be straight up into people's food. The way he was into Harry's food right at the jump, I was like, oh boy, you messing around talking about, oh, you gonna eat that? Boy, your hands is all up in my burger, bro.
Yeah, he just opened up the burger and Harry's just looking like.
He said, all right, well, two could play that game. Harry said, oh, you gonna eat that corn? Duh, I chew. And he said, nah, bro, you haven't. He said, all right, so you gonna take my burger? I'm gonna take the motherfucking corn dog, brother.
Yeah, he's like, man, listen. And he's like, all right, bet. It's like, they're wild. But I can remember these kids too, so it's just like.
He said if they want to play the ain't shit games, they gonna play the ain't shit games.
Yeah, for real.
I like the dynamic though. We like the show is majority black, but it's just like Harry's involvement in this shit made me laugh. Just having that one token white kid is funny, especially with that bowl cut.
Oh yeah, you ain't lied today. You ain't lied about that.
Shit was nice.
But, like Harry there, he cool. He cool.
Harry's literally invited to the birthday parties because they ain't having the cookouts yet.
Yeah, but Harry, he invited, yo, he did.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, like when the two homies show up to antagonize the kids again, they talking about rumor went around that Didi, getting down in the dusk with Janae getting kissed up, and Didi like, what the fuck, man?
Yo, Didi was hot.
He hot as hell, man. He said, I told y'all not to tell nobody. And and Alfie and Goop was like, now we heard it from somebody that heard it from somebody that heard it from somebody. And it was like, how the hell they heard it from them? And the boys like, well, shit, we sorry, man.
He's like, what happened? He's like, listen, it just slipped.
It just slipped. It got local. It just slipped. Come on, son. Didi was hot.
Didi was big mad. He was big mad.
Didi said, y'all not my homies no more. I'm sick and tired of this shit. And he dipped out. He said, I'm sick.
He's like, y'all did me dirty. Said, and it's so funny that how we got out about how many places. And how you find out? It's like, I found out from the janitor. How you find out? I found out from the lunch lady. I'm like,
that's that game of telephone, man.
Yeah, so y'all just all gossiping, huh?
Big facts. It looked like a gossip ass school, man.
Right, like, you're just telling everything. Just telling every freaking thing.
All the business, man. So Didi got fed up and sick of his friends. He said, we no longer friends. I cut y'all shit off. So he walks off and we get a smash cut to Didi playing board games with Alfie. And Alfie just getting fed up. He's like, man, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to play. What was they playing? Fuzzy Wuzzy?
Fuzzy Wuzzy. Yo, Alfie was like, if I play this damn Fuzzy Wuzzy game one more time,
shit, I'm a Fuzzy Wuzzy you, bro. Like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yep, he's like, don't tell me about no dang Fuzzy Wuzzy again.
So homie gets sick of that shit, and Alfie ready to go. Yo, he starts to put on his shit. He like, I'm ready to hang out with Goop, and Didi like, I'm trying to join, man.
Right.
And the Miller trying to join up all that shit. So Goop shows up, and as usual, he be on Didi's ass.
Yep, as always. He's like, come on. He's like,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Nah, I was saying. He said that nigga on the Musket Brigade trying to join in.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, he always had a line for Didi. I'm like, yo,
but it's the juxtaposition because he be mean to Didi, but then in that one foul swoop, he's like, "Hi, Miss Parker."
Yo,
mama.
Yo, he be that shit. Mama probably think he an angel.
He be magic on Miss Parker all the time. Yo, you know she thinks she's an angel because she's always like, "That's Milton. That's not Goop. That's Milton. Be nice to Milton."
That's Milton. That's right. To her, it's Milton.
Alfie,
and you know it's funny. It's funny because even when we get Alfie's thoughts,
he
be like, yo, she fall for that every time.
It's a fact, and she really do. So they all ready to head out, and they was about to leave without him, and then out of nowhere, Mom was like, "Nah, if you gonna go, you gotta take your little brother." So that's one of those things where it's like you cannot have fun without taking your little brother.
And of course, you know, Goo was like, "Of course, Mrs. Parker."
Sucking up, and then the second she turned around, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. After looking at him like, you low down.
Facts. So you know when they go to the court, you know they hoop on poor Didi.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened at that point? He's like, they was talking trash earlier before Mom showed up, and Goo was like, "Listen, it could be y'all against me." So that at this point, we got Alfie and Didi versus Goo, and I guess when we cut to the next scene, they're at the last shot, and of course, Goo pull a trick on Didi, and Didi blocking Alfie from catching Goo, and Goo wins the game.
Shit, you messing Alfie like you messing with my whole flow, bro. Come on.
Yeah. So after that, you know, they go to sit down and trade cards, and of course Didi is here. They're like, "Yo, Didi, go shoot the ball." And you see Didi.
That shit in the background with Didi trying to hoop. That shit looks sad.
Right, they say, "No, this is horrible. We gotta turn around." So they got their backs to Didi at this point.
Yeah, Alfie's sick of his bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm just cracking up watching this whole thing.
Yeah, definitely. He's sick and tired of this shit show.
Honestly, it brings back a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah.
So, I'm the middle child, so it's.
I was just about to say, I'm like,
yeah.
You would definitely see yourself as Alfie.
So I definitely had a Melanie.
Yeah.
And I guess my little sister at this point would be Alfie because my younger brother, he wasn't around yet.
Oh, okay.
So I've had some of these interactions. But like I said, growing up, the numbers game was against me.
Definitely.
Until my brother came along. So the first couple of years, I was getting done dirty on the numbers.
Damn.
Yeah, well, we'll go to that later time, but yeah, the numbers was not in my favor.
True that.
I got stories.
You got stories for sure, man.
Yeah, I got stories that we'll get into another time.
Yeah, definitely. So we smash cut to Melanie in the kitchen. She making food. and she talking with Alfie, and they both chat on like on that like pretty much nasty food condiments added and stuff.
Yeah, she was adding mustard to her cheese sandwiches. Fine.
Yeah,
And then Alfie was talking about he added mayonnaise to his raisin bagel. I think it
yeah,
was.
yeah. It was something like that. He was like, "That shit good. Try it."
Right?
So in the middle of that, they reflect on pretty much like Melanie's like, "Oh, you just going through the situation I had to go through with you."
Yep. She's like, no, I wasn't. And then Alfie was like, no, I wasn't that bad. I was cool. She's like, no, you weren't.
Yeah, she was
She
like, "You
said you were a spaz. It's her
spaz."
exact words. And he
Yeah,
ain't like that at all. So he wasn't feeling that at all.
nope, no, no. So he went away, and then Dad pulled up to the kitchen to meet with Melanie, and I said, "Yo, Dad got Jensen because he pulled out his wallet to give Melanie some money, and she grabbed the
Mm-hmm.
wallet instead of the dollar he pulled out."
Well, I guess she just realized that was compensation for that dad joke that was coming.
Man, listen, homie was in his corny bag.
Yep, Melody couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Bruh, he was still laughing. I still can't get over how much he was laughing.
Yeah, for real. And then here come Goo.
Yeah, as he laughs, and you literally see Melanie leave the room, and you still hear him belly out laughing over his corny ass jokes. She opened the door, and Goop pulled back up,
Yep.
and they tried. Him and Alfie try to dip quick. They try to dip out, but Dad said, "Nah, y'all can't leave without Dee Dee now."
Yep, of course, Goo tried to spit game. Melody wasn't having none of it.
Nope. No. Oh yeah. Goop spitting game to all the women in his family, and he trying to break it down. He said, "Yo, this light skinned wonder, she gonna love me one day."
Yeah. He's like, I'm trying to get in the family.
Oh yeah, one way or another, he definitely trying to be a brother.
Right, like you said, and then like you said, Alfie tried to skip out, and Pops was like, "Nah, take your brother."
Yeah,
I
facts.
felt that.
Drag that back. You like I said, this whole episode is the meme, not without my brother.
Yep, and then Alfie and Goo's little banter after Melody and had me cracking up, and then like Goo was like, "Yeah, she likes me." It's like Alfie's like, "She hates you." She's like, "That about it. My aunt and uncle hate each other. They've been married for years." I was
That's
like,
funny.
"Bruh."
I mean, hell, shit. Goop understand shit.
Yeah, and then he tried it. He tried it with his pops. He's like, "Nice shoes, Mr. Parker." His pops looked at him like, "Nah, that ain't gonna work over here."
Yeah, brother. He's like, nice house shoes. He's like, nah, bruh. Nah, get to stepping.
But at this point, they're back at Alfie and Goo are back at school at their lunch, and here comes Dee Dee.
Man, Dee Dee is everywhere. Alfie tries his damnedest to dodge Dee Dee everywhere he go. That shit not working.
Yep,
Alfie pop up like a fucking horror monster.
right. He back at home. Alfie pops up with Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Yeah, yo, that one scene where he opened the door to his room, and the door closed slowly, and you see him behind the fucking door with the fuzzy and a big ass scary ass smile. I was like, oh yeah, you a murderer.
Right, like they said, chilling in the living room. Here comes Dee Dee.
Yep, and it gets to a point where Alfie and Goop, they figured they need to get the band back together. He said he need to do it by any means necessary, and they was like, you know where that quote from? He like, nah, I saw it on a T-shirt once.
Yeah, the fact that they went double agent in the cafeteria looking to see if Dee Dee was around. Like, I can't take this no more. I can't take it no more.
Oh, facts. And shout outs to them just sneaking in that Malcolm X quote because
that cracked me up.
This being the first black show and they go talk about any means necessary and stuff like that, you could kind of see where the vision was trying to put forward something and they was trying to make something because I'm pretty sure none of these other shows talked about Malcolm.
Yeah, for real, they're like, listen, we gotta get these fools back together because I can't take it no more.
Yeah, they definitely sick of this. So go ahead.
Like next thing you see them, they both got Dee Dee by the arms. Like, listen, and then we see Donnell and Harry, and here come Donnell talking about, "Ooh, it smell like it's out here,
boy."
Oh man, right?
They all come back. They chatting with each other. They all force them to work together, and they talking about how you could still be a friend to each other even though you ratted each other out and stuff like that. And that's when Alfie and Goop start talking about the shit that they did. Like Goop was like, yeah, like that time I did something to Alfie, and then Alfie's clap back called Goop all surprised. He was like, wait a minute, I didn't know nothing about that. What?
Yeah, that's funny. That was after they threatened to throw all three of them in the closet.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, y'all gonna figure this out. I'm gonna throw y'all in the closet. Y'all gonna have some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he said, "I'm sick and tired of your shit. We ain't doing this again."
And they're like, I'm just cracking up. Like you said, you mentioned they were talking about it. It's like, listen, it happens. It happens with friends.
Yeah, and the friends take their time away from Alfie and Goop. They gotta talk out they shit, and then the friends come together and they talk about how they miss each other. They're like, "Yo, we want to go back to actually being friends again."
Yep. And I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, that was a nice setup. And Alfie had me dying after they left. He's like, no, I'm proud of my bro. He's like, yeah, that Janae, that's a sister that could come between some brothers. I was like,
now my question on that is, that's the only side part of that was kind of strange to me in the episode. Like, this shit all started with like Janae and stuff like that, but like after the friends come together, Janae is like in one scene just walking, and that was just it.
That was it.
That felt so strange. I feel like we should have like done something with Janae. Like I don't know.
Here's how I took it. I probably took it as Alfie's trying to have not Alfie. I mean, Dee's probably trying to avoid her at all costs.
I was so. I mean, I did they finish the experiment? Did they already get their grade at that time?
Later on, we figured out
we later, that out. So I don't think he can avoid her at this moment.
No, later on, as the episode goes along, we did hear about that.
Yeah, which so after they shift off of that, Goo presses Alfie about what's snitching from earlier and stuff like that. We go to the scene at the end of the episode where the brothers come together and they pretty much talk about their first kisses and stuff like that. And Alfie and Dee Dee wanted to talk to Alfie about kissing a girl for the first time.
So before that, Alfie Dee Dee did mention that him and Janae got an A for their science project, and Alfie is literally sitting there eating the project. So
yeah, just like his brother said earlier.
Yep. So he was like, yeah, the candy solar system usually is a good go.
Yeah. So they talk about they kisses and stuff like that, and Alfie is like, yeah, you young now, but you'll get it later. Because Dee Dee like, man, that first kiss was nasty, but he was like, nah, you just young, man.
He was like, the older you get, the more you'll like it. And then Dee Dee was like broccoli. I was like, oh man,
there you go, yeah, just like that. And then that was kind of the end of the episode. That closed off the episode with the credits rolling, and we get more Dee Dee around places shenanigans.
Yep, that was it. And then that was the end of the episode.
And then also a throwback is them talking about where they recording at the studio, and you see the Nickelodeon studio.
Yeah,
that's a huge throwback.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yep. So, what's your final impressions on this first episode?
Oh, listen, I enjoyed this so much. I was cracking up and smiling from ear to ear. This was fun. This is a good episode. It brought back some childhood memories.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree on that part of it. I could also see how this was definitely this vibe towards like, this is definitely like the first Black sitcom that they're attempting, because I thought like the kids acting wise, so they're kids and they probably got like a lot of pressure and stress and stuff like that going on them, but like they acted kind of nervously and stuff like that. Like it kind of felt like they had to try and smooth all the edges of being like a kid actor out there. But it's like a nice family dynamic with the funny moments and stuff like that. Like later on, they definitely got funny as it gone around, but like
as they settled down, as they got adjusted to being in.
Yeah. But definitely. I can't get over Alfie. Every time I see Alfie, it reminds me of my cousin in Texas. He looks just like that. It's like every time I see that shit, especially with the haircut and shit like that, I was like, oh, fuck, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God, everybody got the Frank Mitchell. I'm like, oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, but he got the Frank Mitchell, a.k.a. like the Bobby Brown edition.
In the mixture, yep. Pop definitely got it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. It definitely runs down.
Yeah, I was like...
Go ahead.
No, I was just like thinking of all these moments that I enjoyed watching this.
The throwback and nostalgia is very, very, very strong on it.
Yeah, thanks. I really enjoyed watching this one.
Yep. So let's step into episode 2, Dance.
That's right. It was.
Yep. So we open on Dee Dee praying for his family and friends and stuff like that. But like Alfie's over there, like seeing Dee Dee pray, and he was about to pray for like for all the family members and stuff like that. And Alfie just in the corner, like, I think you forgot somebody. And he was like, Oh yeah, and Alfie, by the way, he been rude to me all day.
Punish
Smite
him.
him. I was like, damn.
And then Alfie was like, before you do anything, hear my side first.
Alfie like, hold on, wait a minute. So Alfie tries to be nice with Didi, talk about he gonna buy him either an ice cream or a donut. He was like, yeah, all right. So I mean, what does it matter? He was like, well, a donut one, I can't lick it. And then he kept, because he said, whatever I'm gonna buy for you, I'm pretty much gonna mess with you.
Yeah, because like D's all about, yeah, he's like, you laughed at me when the ice cream fell off my cone. And he was like, because you licked it like you ain't never had ice cream before. And then he imitated him, and Didi was like, ah. But that's the stuff you do to brothers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've done that. I've done that to my brother, so
I believe it.
I'll throw one story out here. So when my brother was real little, my dad had got him this plane that lights up for Christmas. It lights up, it moves, and it spins around. So whenever my brother would get on my nerves, I would turn the plane on and put it in front of the room door. And so he would open the door and see it, and close that door. He would not come out.
Damn. Spooky to ooga to him. Hit him with the spooky time.
Oh, man.
Damn. So, this scene definitely bringing back the memories.
Oh, yes, it does.
Definitely. So, like, right after Alfie messes with Didi a bit, we get the intro and same vibes.
Yep, same vibes.
Yep. So, we go straight into the school where Alfie meets up with Goop, and he talking about, shit, we got a pop quiz. And he said, pop quiz? Oh, shit, I don't know what's going to do. And Goop suggests they copy off the smartest kid in class, Keisha.
Yep, right there's like, oh, math. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Mm-hmm. Didi overhears this and talks to Harry about cheating. And, Harry, I'm not gonna lie, Harry a good addition because he funny. He said, yeah, I know all about cheating. My dad did my homework for me, and he got an F. I laughed at that.
Yeah, when you say he got an F, that took me out.
I mean, honestly, with the math that they have now today and whatever they do with new math and shit like that, I finally understand what the adults meant when you go up different levels and they just change the curriculum.
But see, I don't think new math was around yet.
No, but I'm just talking about.
But I know what you meant.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think I get it now. I don't know if it was similar situation. Maybe they had like a different thing or a different thing that they went around to. But like,
now, I will say probably if I was going through the math that they got now, I'd be like, why?
What?
Why are you going all the way over here just to do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
That seemed like an extra struggle for no reason. But yeah, in the midst of all that going down, Darnell coming through with birthday invitation.
Yep, so then Darnell's asking them, did they get the invitations and stuff like that? And it's like, yeah, we got them. And then Darnell's like, yeah, I'm about to have a big birthday party. I'm about to have a DJ. We going to dance. Yeah. And they were like,
big kid time. Big kid time.
Big kid time, right? Yo.
So in the midst of that, Didi starts getting nervous about having to dance. They thinking about if they got to dance with girls and stuff like that. Like, he already stressing.
Right? Didi was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, so, Didi got to go over to Big Bro. Didi head over to Alfie and Goop, and he was like, he want to learn how to dance and stuff like that, and ask for help and stuff like that. But he also hears that they in the midst of trying to copy off somebody in class and stuff like that. And
Keisha,
yeah. Well, no, is it Keisha? They said Keisha was out that day.
Yeah, so now they're over here trying to rap and study. And then Alfie was early. This is early. Alfie was like, yeah, he's like, rap. He's like, I'm trying to study. He's like, I thought y'all was going to copy off Ricky. And then Goop shut him up.
This is why Goop don't like. He said, you little motherfucker. He said, I'm sick and tired of you.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. So Alfie and Goop go to attempt to study.
Yeah, so Didi got to ask Alfie later.
Yep, so back at home, Didi is still trying to ask Alfie.
Yep, he trying to find out if you could teach me how to dance, man.
Yep. So at this point, Didi is finally asked Alfie to learn how to dance.
Mm-hmm. And then Dad pulls up into the kitchen pretty much and finds an old math quiz that Alfie had failed.
Right. So then at this point, they're talking, and then here come the Pops yelling, Alfie! And then Alfie's like, I didn't do it, Dad! And then so he holds up this completely wet piece of paper. He's like, so this isn't yours. There's 56 of this math exam.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Alfie asked me, like, where'd you find that? And Pop's like, I did. The plumber did.
Well, clogged up my toilets.
And then we hear Alfie in his head. He's like, man, I should put it in the garbage disposal.
Yeah, would have been way better.
Right. Right. And then so he asked him, like, did you study? And, Alfie was like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, and then here come Dee snitching on him again, thinking he helping.
Right. He's like, yeah, he studied right before the quiz. We're cool.
Right before? Damn it, Dee. So Dee realizing that he pretty much not doing any help out here and stuff like that. And Alfie stressed with Dad.
Even on the edge, she's like, Alfie is telling Dee, like, yo, stay out of this, right? And Dee's like, don't get mad at me, get mad at Keisha Eccles. And then he left.
Man, kids is funny.
And then here comes Pops. What's this about Keisha Eccles? So, that blew up Alfie's whole spot.
So Dee, after leaving his whole rat conundrum,
his mark.
Yeah, he leaves off and then he puts on the TV to practice how to dance with all the stuff that's going on TV.
Yeah, and then first I think Mom comes out and he's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "I'm going to learn how to dance."
Yeah. And
so Mom teaches him some moves, and then here come Melanie and her friend.
That dancing at first that he did was atrocious.
Yeah.
But yeah, here comes Melanie and Dion, a little baby Amanda Seals.
Yeah, well, that backed me up because when mom pop dude, said mom pop dude, the mom was, and it was like,
yeah, she was hitting the snake. She was hitting that snake.
And then Melanie pop dude, and it was like, no, you do this, and then the dad pop dude, and it was like, and then he's like, why I can't dance? Like Melanie can dance, Alfie can dance, Mom can dance, and then here come Pops.
Pops came in dancing like a fucking duck.
Yep, and then Melanie was like, "Oh, now I see why you got your fathers dancing." I was like, "Yo,
you should have crack that shit."
Yo, I was cracking up, bro. I was like, "Oh yeah." So, we get back to the school, and the gang is back together.
Yep. Dee goes to Harry about dancing. Pretty much, he was like, "Man, I don't know what I'm going to do about dancing and stuff like that." And Harry puts on a fake laugh. He said, "Well, shit, I don't know what to do either."
Well, of course, Donald's talking about how, his cousin's going to come through. He got a whole bunch of CDs. And, of course, Harry asked, he's going to play any country?
Oh, my God.
And Donnell was like, don't hold your breath. And I was like, bro, oh, don't do that to Harry.
That shit was fun. That was so black-coded.
Yeah, I was like, oh, man.
So Dee and Harry go off to meet up with Alfie and Goop. And as usual, Goop roasting them.
Of course. Yeah, because, he was like, listen, we need all the help we can get.
Yep. And in the midst of that, Melanie and Alfie is trying to study so he can get this math stuff.
And basically, at first, Alfie wasn't trying to go for it. And then here come Melanie and Big Sister Mode. She's like, listen, if you don't help your brother learn how to dance, I ain't helping you with this math.
Boom.
I've been in that situation too as a middle child.
I'm not surprised.
So I was like, I'm getting flashbacks. I'm like, oh shoot.
Oh, left, right, and center, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, Goop comes over, he's chilling. Plus, he compliments Mom, of course.
Yep.
And the next thing we know, we see Alfie trying to teach Harry and Dee to dance.
Yep, and they are having a tough time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them both Dee and Harry, I said they were wilding with their moves.
And then, like I said, then we got Harry going at it. And then here come Good, and it's like, Good is like, hold it, I think homie's having a fit.
Oh, facts. Between him just watching them and being highly concerned, and then also explaining to them what a wallflower at parties is.
Yeah, and they broke it down for me. I was like, well, damn.
He said, we're not trying to be that. So they all kind of agree on helping and stuff like that. And now all four of them are dancing their best way, and they pretty much dancing throughout the house. And you get like little like snippets and cuts of Alfie dancing through the house, and then you see it like friggin' Alfie. You see Dee pull up, and then it's just bad jokes. Yeah,
throughout the whole thing, he done put him to a whole dance boot camp. They listen, we go two-step everywhere.
Fucking Alfie doing the Bobby Brown every little step I take type.
Yeah, I was cracking up.
That boy was Bobby Brown coded as hell.
So, eventually we see Melanie helping Alfie with his math. And, he's getting better.
And then at the same time, he getting better. The little ones are starting to get better with their dancing.
Yeah.
And I like this little tidbit of black relationships with TV, because when Miss Parker came down to wake up her husband, she couldn't get him up or nothing, and then the second she turned off the TV, he woke up and said, "I'm watching that."
That had me cracking up. That and when, like I said, when you see Alfie and Harry finally getting it, and when Melody and Alfie pull up, see Dee and Harry just going in, I'm like, oh okay.
Yeah. Fucking the TV thing still works on mom.
Right, like you said, then you got moms and pops.
Yep.
She tried, as soon as she clicked on the TV, I was watching that.
That shit still works on moms, man.
Yo, that had me cracking up. Cause they got Alfie, put Dee in a fresh fit. So they was like, and then here come Pops about to tell one of his stories. Everybody was like,
oh yeah, they said, oh, this is a mess.
And he had Alfie in his head like, oh no, not another one of his stories.
Yep, they all trying to dodge. The kids is about to head out to the party, and Alfie like, yo, I'm out. I don't want to hear this no more.
Yeah, Mom was like, listen, it's like, we gotta go. She's like, and Pop's like, it's not gonna be a long story. She's like, all your stories are long stories. We gotta go.
Yeah, they know, they familiar to your game.
And Alfie was stuck there with Pops. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you stories. He's like, no, I gotta do my math homework. And Pop's like, you gotta come down sometime.
So we cut to the party, and when they get to the party, they notice it's all kiddish type stuff.
Yep. And then and then he's like, listen, we came to dance. And then so Donald's mom peeps that. He's like, all right, I'll put on some music. And then we see Harry and Dee getting down, but we don't see Donnell doing nothing.
Hey, even before that, once again, he asked for music. Fucking Harry again, he asked if she got country. And the mom said, yo, hold your breath. And she said that shit so hard, it looked like she straight up told him, fuck out of here.
Right, for real. I was like, what's wrong with country?
That shit had me weak. That shit had me weaker than when Darnell did it, because the way she gave him that look, she looked so disgusted. She was like, "You in a black household? You gonna ask for country, nigga?"
I was like, "What Tim McGraw do to
you?" They said, "Fuck him." Was Tim McGraw even a thing in this year?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I would have to go further back.
Was he a thing in '94? I don't think so.
Nah, maybe Billy Ray. I don't know.
Was it Achy Breaky Time? I don't even.
We have to go back.
On top of that, was black people listening to Achy Breaky Heart?
That's a good. Probably not. Not actively out in the open. Probably not.
This is like mid to late '90s, bro. I think some other music is taking form now. Shit.
Probably not openly. That's what I say.
Shit. Well, yeah. But shit, hell, the opening of the music is jazz, man.
Yeah.
Like at best, you gonna ask for jazz, little nigga.
But at this point, they're dancing, and then they talk to Donnell. I was like, Donnell, you don't know how to dance? So
Donnell get caught in the bullshit.
Right? He was like, no. And so they didn't clown him or nothing like that. I think Ivy gonna show you.
Yeah, they good.
They was holding their partner down.
Yeah, they was like, man, we ain't gonna leave you out. Come on, son. Do the 2-step with us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like that part. I was like, yeah, they held their partner down. I was like, okay.
Yeah, which I mean, it follows up from last episode, and then want to connect as friends and stuff like that. It was good to see. So so that ended with them dancing and stuff like that, and then the last bit of the episode, we got Alfie getting ready to go hang out with Goop.
Yeah,
but they swore. Who was it with him? Was it Melanie?
No, so basically, Dee is telling Alfie what happened at the party, and Alfie was like, "I always knew that Donnell was a perpetrator." I was like, "Yo,
oh yeah, he a liar."
And then so Dee asked him like, "What's a perpetrator?" And Alfie's like, "A fake." And then Dee's asking Alfie where he's going. He's like, "I got let out early," and he was like, "I had to listen to Dad's story," and he's like, "Who let you out?" Mom did, because she had to listen to that story too. I'm like, Dad. So he about ready to head to the movies with Goop.
Yeah, and that ends off the episode.
Yeah.
And the end of the episode credits, we get some bloopers.
Yes, we get the bloopers. Had me dying.
Shit, that lady was when she finally performed the scene, it was great. But god damn it, she was struggling.
Yeah, between her, that was Donnell mom. Between Donnell mom and Donnell, I was cracking up.
Bro, she had it the worst. The way how she kept forgetting her lines, and they had to feed her lines. That shit wasn't even like a funny kind of like you messing up your lines. It was a yo, bitch, we tired of you fucking this up.
Yo,
They sounded annoyed in them bloopers, yo.
Yo, them bloopers had me rolling because I was just like, you could tell this was like in the first run.
Oh, definitely. They was sick of that shit. They was like, Miss, get your shit together.
Right?
Hold your breath. Hold your breath.
So now I'm wondering how many times Harry got told to hold his breath.
She only had like one full line, bro. And they kept looking at you. It was like, your line is hold your breath. Come on, miss.
Yo, oh man.
I don't know if she came back for the rest of the season, but boy, it don't sound like it.
I don't know. That's supposedly Donnell's mother, so I don't know.
Exactly. The only things you hear from Darnell's mother after that scene is, for some reason Darnell's mother can't come to the phone or to this house right now. I don't know why, but like she been kind of gone second.
That's funny.
Shit. She went up the staircase and never came down.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah. So, what's your final impressions on the second episode?
Yo, I enjoyed this episode. Was funny. I had fun watching this episode.
Definitely agreed, and boy, watching them kids dance was between that and the dad's dance, that was a horrifying level of rhythm that I have rarely seen. And them getting their shit together was pretty nice, but man, them early dances, that shit looked like a couple of fucking ducks.
Nah, that was wild.
Shit. So what's your overall thoughts of like this show as a whole, and like probably continuing over for like the rest of the 13 episodes?
So as a whole, I enjoyed what I've seen so far. I would definitely go back and watch it just for the nostalgia alone.
Yeah.
There were so many little things that I saw here that just brought that time period back.
Definitely. They have a nice house, by the way.
Boy, I was looking at the house, and I was like, yeah, it's nice. But I was like, this is definitely a 90s style house.
Oh, can we talk about the cutaway? You know, the scenes that they do before they show you, like, what they show you the outside of the house? I was like, whoa.
Yes.
Damn, son. This. Whatever the parents do as a job, is they doing it well.
And sidebar, yeah, Mom's only popped up in one episode.
See? I told you. He was fucking it up. They was like, there's no need for you. They said, you can't say you hold your breath line. I'm sorry, you ain't coming back.
But I said, you see what you see what it was back in the day. You see what kind of house you can give it back in the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why.
They were living in a nice neighborhood too.
Yeah, it wasn't the hood.
It damn sure wasn't.
Nope. But yeah, my overall thoughts on continuation, I said this is a legit start. Seeing black families, that's another thing. We just on Nickelodeon, they didn't have us starting out in the hood. We wasn't struggling because they looked nice and healthy in that damn house. So the things was good. Seeing black families. But I could definitely tell why identity was probably tough for the show, because they probably had the way how things was working out in the 90s kind of demographic and whatnot. I don't know if they wanted to tell like more deeper stories maybe down the line or something like that. Probably clashed with whatever the hell the studio was. I don't know if Nickelodeon was ready for deeper black stories than like, hey, this is a black family. I don't know if they wanted to do that at the time, but definitely like to continue on to see the dynamic of the family. It's just one season; it wouldn't be too bad. It's kind of a chill kind of vibe watch.
Yeah, this was definitely a suburban story. That's what they were telling. So it was what it was. It was basically a colored family in a suburban setting. That's what it was.
I mean, that in it itself could have been a whole different story on top of that.
Yeah, they weren't like it's a kid show. They weren't going to dig into.
Well, it's not. It wasn't for that kid show at the time. Because they dived in that shit for other kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we go in like Fairly Matters and stuff like that. They did start to dig into it, but I think for this, they were only going to go surface level.
I mean, surface level is probably what it was, but that's probably one of the reasons why there was a big hashing between like the producer and the creators of the show, because I'm pretty sure they wanted to delve into a bit more past the just.
They definitely did. I could definitely see them wanting to do more, and Nickelodeon was like,
And then after they started barking up that tree, they said, right, y'all only get one season.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that going that way.
They said, oh, y'all are lucky we put y'all niggas on screen. So we just gonna cancel that shit real quick.
Yep. But for what it was, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, definitely close that out. So yeah, we'll close that out for my brother and me this week. And so to preview our next review episode coming up for the next time we are up,
we are going on the other side of the spectrum.
Yes, we saw one side of the family dynamic. We're gonna see a heavy other side of the family dynamic. We back on the all right. So I called this an amalgamation because some people would see this under a certain kind of banner, but we're going on the comfy Kurosaki couch because we'll be with the Boondocks episode 1 and 2.
Yes, listen, Stone at the Builder Refuse. Yeah, we gonna definitely go there.
Yeah, we talk about some things that people label anime adjacent, and welcome to the Boondocks, y'all.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun episode.
Definitely. So on that point, we got an email set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram and Threads at Blerd By Nature, Twitter/X at Blerd By Nature, nature spelled Nature. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube, as always, by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yes, and as we are speaking here and on this episode so far, we have posted our last upload, which is of Mystic Knights. Check out all our episodes prior and get up on whatever kind of stuff because we all talking about all kinds of different shenanigans all the time. So, co-hosts, any last notes before I hit the outro?
Nope. I'm just looking forward to the next episode. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, welcome to the blackity month because it's gonna be all blackity black all day. All right, y'all. So thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow,
and this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone, and until next time, peace.
And stay black.